Hello guys, so in this video we will be creating a basic Django REST framework project for our applications. Okay, so I have been referring this blog, okay, which is my blog studygan.com. You can refer this blog for creating your basic project. Okay, all the links will be in description and comment box. Please refer it. Okay, so let's get started by what it is saying. So let's create a basic Django REST framework project. For that, we need to create a virtual environment. So before that, I always try to create my virtual environment in my project only. Okay. So I will be creating my first folder. So in this folder, I will be creating my DRF project. In here, I will be creating it and entering in it. And let's create a or let's open a terminal first here. Okay, now let's create a virtual environment in this. Okay, so for that I have this command which it says like python venv. Okay, so and see here, so let's say python 3. You can refer it for windows as well, venv, and my virtual environment name. So this is, and hit enter. So if you see here, my virtual environment has been created. Now I need to activate it. Okay, so source. So for Windows it is different and for Linux it is different. So I will be using source, or instead we can use dot venv bin activate. Okay, and if you see here, I have my virtual environment name in this bracket, which it means that my virtual environment has been activated. Okay, so now let's install Django and Django REST framework in this. So pip install Django. Okay, then pip install Django REST framework. Okay, and hit enter. So our both of these libraries have been installed in our project, in our virtual environment. Now it's time to create our Django project. Okay, so for this it is the command Django admin. So Django admin start project my DRF project. Okay, so guys, here we are giving that source or dot. So it means that we don't need to create a folder inside that our project will be there. It will be directly being created in this folder only. So hit enter, and if you see here, our project has been created. Okay, now let's create a Django app. For that, the command is python manage.py start app and my app, and hit enter. So our app has been already created. Now it's time to configure our project settings. So I personally recommend it doing in our any IDE. So I will be using VS Code. Okay. So in this blog, it says we need to add our REST framework library. Okay, and our project app created in installed apps, which is in settings.py file. So it will be in our main project folder in this settings.py. Here we need to add those two names. So REST framework and my app, the app which we have created. Hit enter. Okay, now let's create a simple API view. Okay, so for that we need to create that API view in our app. So let's first copy this code and let's go in our my app folder. In here we need to find that views.py and hit control V, and our project APIs will be here. Okay. Now let's create a URL. So define a URL pattern. So we will be copying this and we will be creating our urls.py in our my apps folder. Okay, we can directly do this in our mydrf urls.py, but I always recommend you to use uh, like always segregate your files so that it will be easier for you to create, to find these files and wherever you have been created your paths. So our urls.py is being created. Now let's connect this url.py to this urls.py file. So here we need to add that path. So let's copy this, go in Visual Studio Code in my DRF main folder project. Let's copy and paste it. Now here we have added this, but we have not included one function. We need to include a function which is include and save. Now we have created a basic project with a simple API view. Okay. Now it's time to run the deployment server. Okay. So open the terminal. You can directly open it in VS Code also, but we will be using it here. So Python manage.py, okay, and run server and hit enter. So if you see here, our project is successfully running and there are no errors. And if we go to this URL, we will be finding our project. So it is saying like page not found. Why? Because we have not created a path for this. Okay. So if you see here, we have created a path for API. So in here, you will see, let's say not API, we need to go to API hello. Okay. So if you see here API, and then we will be having that hello. Okay. So we need to type /API/hello and hit enter. Here you will see that API is being successfully created, that API view, and we are getting message hello world. That's it in this video, guys. If you like, please like this video and please visit my blog, which is studygyan.com. You will find lots of tutorials here on Django, Spring Boot as well, data science as well. Thank you.